Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Super excited to see crypto finally taking off again. This is pretty exciting. This weekend, actually, yesterday, I talked a little bit about how there's this triple investment strategy we might want to keep an eye out on. I encourage you to watch that video yesterday. It's called Crash in the title. It talks about crypto, cash, and real estate. Take a look at that if you haven't yet. But in the meantime, look at some of these movers here. First of all, GNOG is up like 53%. We'll find out why in a little bit. We'll do a little exploring here. I'm wondering if they reported. But I'll get to the bottom of that. But first, look at the crypto miners. Just killing it here. Bit mining, 32%. Hot 8 mining, 15%. SOS, 13%. Sorry about that. Hive, up 10%. Microvast, up almost 10% here. Invitae, obviously not in the crypto space, but up 9%. This is incredible. Marathon Digital, 7% here. Riot Blockchain, 6%. And Robinhood, up 5.58%. Coinbase is actually up 4.19% here. So you've got this incredible crypto rally right now, which is also potentially propping up Tesla a little bit. Up 1.59% on Tesla. SoFi up back to $17 on the downside. And then we'll find out about GNOG. On the downside, we have Workhorse down 5.15%. Voyager, this is not Voyager Digital here, so I'm going to remove Voyager here really quick. 1 second here. Wynn Resorts down 1.82%. XL Fleets, TripAdvisor. Looks like we've got recovery rotating down slightly, probably because of COVID cases spiking this weekend. Probably. Well, let's see here. Light Electric, Intuit, 1.49. Let's see, GM, 1.1. Dropbox, EXPI. Okay, so we got sort of a variety of, let's see. There's not too much of a mix to the downside, really. The big movers right now are obviously in the crypto space. I mean, look at crypto. This is just really on the 30-minute chart here. So we're talking about the last 3 or 4 hours. And we've really finally had a rally here again. Last time we were bouncing off of 35,300. We got sort of this whale movement here again late yesterday. This is, let's see here. I'm sorry, not late yesterday. Late yesterday was right around here. And we were bouncing right around that 45,000 figure. Did go down in the middle of the night to as low as 32,800 at one point. Now over 40, well, actually hit 46,000, right back under it right now on Bitcoin to 45.8. Let's see. Wonder how the others are moving too. Dogecoin almost back to 26. Cardano 146. Ethereum 31.36. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's take a peek here. What's going on with GNOG? Hold on a second. So I don't have the terminal up just yet. So let's just go straight to Google for a moment here. And then we'll go to GNOG. Oh, wow. DraftKings to acquire GNOG. That's incredible. All stock transaction. Obviously, the stock immediately adjusting for that valuation. That's an incredible move there. DraftKings taking Golden Nugget Online Gaming. Today announced that they've entered into a definitive agreement for DraftKings to acquire Golden Nugget Online, all stock, implied valuation of $1.56 billion. Let me see here. GNOG stock. Let's see here. So GNOG had a market cap of $957 million. So it makes sense that they're up about 50%. There you go. They added 50% in market cap because they're getting bought out for an additional 50% premium over what they're trading for right now. And hence, you have a 50% increase in the value. Funny how it works. All right, so crypto. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. You've also got DraftKings up on that news, up 4.57%. That's pretty incredible. That's great for iGaming. I did really enjoy, or I do really enjoy, but I did also this weekend. I don't know. I like in-person gaming, or like if you're going to play blackjack or roulette or whatever. I know there's a big movement for online though, and I know there's more than just poker style and roulette style gambling online. Sports betting, really popular, really popular. That I wish we had fully legalized in California, because unlike, for example, I wanted to bet on the Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight, and you really can't. You can only get into like these random surveys. It's kind of lame. Let's see what CNBC has for a moment. Let's see here.
The more people who are unvaccinated, the more chance there is for mutation.
Right.
And that kind of a scenario, at least, continues to be something we have to be concerned about.
Look at that.
Hopefully
right.
It doesn't happen.
Right. She's the right shoulder. I have Deb Cafario one tonight.
All right. It sounds like, is this the final wave and final act? Gottlieb, oh no.
You're making that statement.
I am.
You're going to get a lot of heat for that.
I will.
And you don't mind?
No.
Good. Good, because I think that I don't mind either. You want to take heat on this. I have Deb Cafario on tonight. She is CEO of one.
All right, we're going to pull off this for a moment. So over the weekend, obviously, we saw COVID cases spike. Let's see here. There we go. All right. So let's see what we got here. There we go. Okay, so let's go to the entire country. And COVID cases went up to a 7-day average of 110,000. Over 100K, by the way, is when we really start getting worried about lockdowns again. You do get these lower reads on weekends, right? So keep that in mind for weekend reads. We usually have this weird pattern of like 2 higher days, 2 lower days, and then a higher day, higher than all of them. We've had the same pattern for a while. And look at this. It almost always follows that same pattern. It's kind of weird. It all has to do with how people get tested. But you can clearly see every relative bar is getting higher and higher here. Here, mid-July, we were at a 7-day average of like 30,000 cases, 40 to 50,000 cases here, 60 to 70,000 cases here. And now we're finally over that 7-day average of 100,000, sort of on that 110,000 trajectory right now. Yikes. And that's, again, with a 7-day average. So it's worth noting that, although, then again, new cases came in on the 6th at 168,000. So, yeah, that'll bump the average up. Anyway. All right. Going back to the sticks. This is so incredible. Hut 8 mining's at $7. Let me see how high it went earlier. Let's zoom out here. Oh, yeah, look at that. When crypto ran, I think this all of a sudden turned into like a momentum play. And it popped to like 13 for a moment. But right here, well, this is in February. Crypto wasn't even at a peak price here. Crypto was at like peak like April 12th. Right around here. So Hut 8 mining was somewhere between 750 and 780. That's incredible. Still pretty incredible. Yeah. All right. Wow. Jeez. So let's see here. Hi. Okay. Let's also find out why Invitae is moving. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to go ahead and log into the term here. Did not do that yet. But Invitae is another great one. Okay. All right. Never mind. Not going to do it. We'll just keep it simple. I do not have my login device right now. No problem. Okay. Fine then. Oh, it looks like Invitae came out with revenues. Okay, got it. But no, that was last week though. What? Yeah, no, that's old news. I don't know exactly why Invitae is running today. Invitae. Yeah, I do not know. Maybe somebody in the comments knows. That'll be interesting. If you know anything about Invitae, let me know in the link down below. Or in the comments down below. Never mind. The link down below is where the course is. All the courses with the 40% off coupon code, of course. All right. Let's continue on here. So let's Norwegian. Oh, this is interesting. Listen to this.
Advise you to travel. The case itself relying on both interstate commerce and First Amendment as at least likely pillars for a win.
But don't you think there'll be
and that's what the judge allowed it to
I know this is a Florida district.
It.
It's a district case, but don't you think there's an opportunity?
Yes. No, I think that's
so that's got precedent.
Yes. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I don't even try to play one on TV. But reading about it, yes.
The issue has been kids, because Frank is willing to not have kids on because of the vaccination issues with kids. But others are not as, let's say, rigorous.
Yeah.
Frank is changing things. Now, that obviously, I think the governor will appeal, go to appellate court. And if you get a law of the land situation that goes to the Supreme Court, then you'd have a much better chance of people saying, look, get out. Like Disney's very tough. Disney wants people vaccinated, which I think makes sense.
I think it always makes sense, unless there's truly a reason for it.
We don't have it yet. I mean, I was with someone who is an anti-vaxxer. Okay, and I said, "What's the issue?" The issue, of course, is compelling. Compelling us to take it when the FDA hasn't approved it.
Right.
I mean, I'm sitting there saying, like, he goes, "Hey, listen, big shot." I was like, "That big shot." What's the FDA done? If it was really any good, the FDA would have approved it. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
One.
No, and that was Fauci's point, I think, the last few days, that once you get full approval, maybe then you start seeing a wave of vaccine mandates.
Yeah, I actually somewhat personally agree. Like, hey, if you want everyone to get the vaccine, and people compare it to measles and polio or chickenpox or whatever, it's like, all right, well, when is it going to be fully approved? It's just under emergency use authorization right now, which I remember we watched live as they were discussing that approval. Such a big moment. And the belief was, well, it's better to approve it than not approve it, right? I mean, ultimately, what 60 to 70% of people in America have already gotten their, or of adults have already gotten their first shot. I think we're at 52% of the entire population is fully vaccinated. I think it's 60% of all adults are fully vaccinated in the U.S. That's right, and it's closer to 70% are on their first shot. So ultimately, it's up to an individual's decision. But I mean, it's a good argument. All right, so let's take a look here. Where else we stand? Let's go back to the sticks here. So Workhorse down 4.16%. Let's see here. Nikola, okay, Nikola's back at $10. Wynwood Resorts is going down to 97.45. Okay, Dave & Buster's 1.22. Beyond Meat sitting at 1.22. It's actually surprising. Beyond Meat fell like 6 or 7%, and it's recovered that. Because right after earnings, it was sitting at like 121 and then fell down to like 110. It recovered almost right away. It was incredible. Sorry. Thank you, Joseph, for saying that 71% of adults have had at least one shot. And, okay. Invitae is running because of a potential merger. Thank you very much for that. Shalva says, what's the point? Vaccinated or not, you can still catch the Delta variant. Well, I think the point is obvious that if you have a vaccine, your body is much more prepped with antibodies to be able to fight off the Delta variant so that you don't die. Right? So I think that's pretty clear. All right. So, Ron, exactly. Your symptoms are way less severe. Okay, good. Ryan here says Golden Nugget still at an 8% discount. $1.56 billion valuation would be $20 per share. Sometimes there are, I would look at the filings because sometimes there's a reason for that. If they're issuing new shares as part of the deal. So anyway, but take a look at the filing. Dry cough for a week. No, I've had 2 COVID tests. I do not have COVID. At least according to the test. No, but I have symptoms of like sort of a regular cold, a little sore throat, and occasional cough, but that's about it. So I don't know. Been tested. Anywho, and it's really like only in the mornings too. And late at night. And this is like really early in the mornings, right? So it's a little worse timing, but I'm still gonna be here for y'all. I'd rather be in bed, but then again, who wouldn't? So, cheers to coffee. Anyway, Work must go on. So, Microvast, let's see, Invitae, Hive. I mean, incredible move here in the crypto stocks and in the cryptos in general. So very good. Tesla, I'm actually surprised Tesla's up today. Well, let's see here.
As early tomorrow morning, if it is approved, of course, the bill goes to the House. Rob Portman was on Squawk a moment ago, Jim, said he sees 18 to 20 GOP senators in support.
Look, this is a bill. I mean, you're talking about internet to be equal in this country, which, by the way, at one point we didn't even understand.
All right. They're kind of just chatting this morning. Oh, I appreciate you saying that. On the Not Gonna Lie, if it weren't for the notifications, I would have never bought SoFi for $14.87. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that about the courses. Coffee's good. Have I ever had the chicken pox? No, you know what's actually interesting is I don't know, maybe it's not interesting. But when I went to UCLA, they said, hey, you don't have the chickenpox vaccine. And you're like, 20. You should have the chickenpox vaccine. I'm like, oh, you know, a little bit of research. Turns out the vaccine came out basically like my age group in kindergarten and in elementary school. We went to school before that vaccine came out. Anyway, yeah, I got the chickenpox vaccine. It was like, was it 3 doses? No, I think HPV is 3 doses. I think chickenpox was just 1 dose. Anyway, no, I've never had chickenpox. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone either, from what I hear from people. But anywho, Coinbase, 3.83%. You know, Coinbase is really the lagger of the crypto stocks. It's kind of incredible to think about it. How, you know, Hut 8 mining just blows up every time crypto goes up. I mean, they crash hard when crypto crashes, but Coinbase barely moves. Now, the reason for that is probably much more simple, and that's likely because Hut 8 mining holds so much Bitcoin, so you could really just value their company essentially at their crypto holdings. But you get this multiplier where, you know, Bitcoin goes up 5%. They seem to move a little more. But then again, that's not true because Bitcoin was trading over the weekend and Hut 8 mining wasn't. So you get this sort of concentrated bump here onto a Monday. That makes sense. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Let's go to the top of Bloomberg. Let's see here. All right. We looked at this. We looked at this. All right. Consensus on human-made warming in landmark report. That's a dramatic photo. Oh, that's sad. Let's see. At least 2/3 of global car sales will be electric by 2040. Yeah, no kidding. This is actually worth mentioning that I think folks believe this EV transition is going to happen way sooner than it actually is. You know, it takes time. ICE vehicles have already peaked, while electric vehicles are getting cheaper and going further. Ooh, well, that's a fancy plug. Look at that. At Renault, at their auto event in Paris. It's a good picture. Electric vehicle adoption is accelerating thanks to improvements in battery density and cost, more charging points, government subsidies, blah, blah, blah. All right, so where do we stand? Passenger EVs are projected to increase sharply, rising from 3 million in 2022 to 66 million in 2024. And Tesla's going to be all of that. I'm just kidding. That'd be insane. That's not going to be all of that. It's going to be a fraction of that. Hopefully a good fraction. But anyway, globally, EVs will represent more than 2/3 of passenger sales by 2040. Europe and China are leading the transition. Well, it's interesting. The United States is not. Wow. That is interesting. I mean, China makes sense. We know that. Yeah, look at fuel cell finally showing up a little bit over here. But in 2040, that's crazy. They actually don't believe that fuel cell will do anything. Really? Well, I mean, and we've thought about this before, that we don't think fuel cells are going to do anything until about 2030, which if that's 40, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bloomberg doesn't actually think hydrogen will do anything until about 33. Wow. That's later than I expected. Hybrid. I'm surprised they actually think hybrid's going to last this long. But then again, maybe hybrid also means hybrid of fuel cell and electric. No, I don't think so. I feel like they mean ICE hybrid. So just re-ask. The super chat is not. Did I say 24? Yeah, sorry, 2040. Right. I meant to say 2040. I saw 2040. I thought 2040. Anywho, whoever says that I ignored their super chat, I'm sorry. First thing in the, when we get started, it's there's a lot to cover, and so we cover a lot of information. So anyway, here 80% hospitalized or obese, but only vaccinated. Okay, thank you. I'm not vaccinated, just curious. Yeah, well, thank you for the $5 donation, but we'll make a separate video on that. But yeah, anyway, okay, I don't know. Okay, anyway, okay, so anywho, in Europe, battery EVs are approaching price parity. Okay, good. Let's see, cheaper charge. Battery prices fell with manufacturing tech upgrades. It's not just cars. 2- and 3-wheelers. EVs. Oh, wow. They actually think 2- and 3-wheelers are going to bump. Will maintain the top EV adoption rates. What? Buses and 2- and 3-wheelers will maintain the top EV adoption rates. Wow. So if you have a 2- or 3-wheeler, 83% they believe will be electric. I don't imagine when they say, but a 2-wheeler would be a motorcycle. That's interesting. Really? Think motorcycles are going to be all electric? I don't know about that. 83. I'm confused by that one. I do believe this. We got to get the commercials, like light commercial vehicles. You know what the perfect example of this right here is? Canoe. Although they haven't gotten their act together yet. Right here, these are the perfect example. Okay. The website's not even loading right now. Here we go. Okay. Well, that's interesting. But these things here, right? Just vehicles here. Stuff like this. These delivery style vehicles, or as they call their multi-purpose vehicle. Kind of cool. Race to build more batteries. This is the big problem, right? Anyway, let's go back to the sticks for a moment. We can always come back to this in a little bit. Let's see what else we got here. So we've got, GNOG slipping a little bit here. The miners slipping a tiny little bit. Robinhood actually moving nicely. 6.5% here. Very nice. And Workhorse, Blue Apron. Let's see here. Where's AMC and GME? How are they sitting? Okay, AMC down about 0.61% here in the pre-market. I'm bobbing around a little bit. And let's do a GME poll. GME up about 0.15. Okay, got it. All right, let's go back then. I wish someone would invent an electric engine swap for my Volkswagen camper van. Yeah. Smile direct earnings in the after hours today? Sure. Yeah, we can do that. Remind me then. All right, let's go back over here. Let's see what other headlines. Okay, let's see here. Opening school should be number one priority. Michael Bloomberg. Oh, wow. Michael Bloomberg wrote a piece. The pandemic has done intense harm to students. Getting kids back to class should be everyone's top priority. Oh. I mean, I also agree with this. Over the long course of the pandemic, one confronting, let's see. Yeah, this is interesting how they actually talk about how minority communities have the lowest re-enrollment rates right now, which could really impede further academic progress and depress wages far into adulthood. They also found rising rates of anxiety and depression. So sad for children. I'll read this one more later, but that's interesting. Bloomberg coming out. All right, let's hop back over to Bloomberg.com, that is. So what else do we have here? Pfizer booster causes similar side effects to second dose, study says. Okay. Let's see here. Earnings day matters for AMC, even if the actual results don't. Let's see. All right. It's been a cruel summer for the self-described apes. The stock rallied. Okay, whatever. The gains may not last. Got it. Meme star. Okay, whatever. Let's see here. So where do we have anything about earnings? Okay. Forecast for negative earnings through at least 2023 and price-to-sales ratio of almost 12, 8 times higher than that of the Russell, are far from the most important metrics to consider with a stock like AMC. True. Rather, the enthusiasm on social media is all that matters. Yeah, this also, it's also part movement. But yeah, I guess that's driven by social media. Sure, that's true. The pep talk that CEO Adam Aron gave to his loyal legion of retail investors will likely be more relevant. The pep talk that Aron gives will be more relevant than any other element of numbers that are actually delivered. That is interesting. We will see. Social media buzz still at blockbuster levels. Look at that. The stock twits chart here and the price over here. That is interesting. You almost get sort of that peak media mention on stock twits. Sort of very well aligning with the price action here. That's not bad. I mean, that's also to be expected. You probably do the same thing with Robinhood too. You know, Robinhood got a big spike after Kathy did a little bit of buying, and then it went crazy on StockTwits and Reddit. Pretty powerful. All right, so we are a couple minutes away. Jeffrey's upgraded Tesla to a buy. That's why Tesla's up, really?
Constraint, more battery, more assembly capacity.
Look, I think that it's always interesting when you see that a stock that's been so hot and then people are just trying to jump on it, but it has not been hot lately. Against that is a very quizzical piece out of Bernstein, where Tony Sacconaghi I had a professor who was formerly a Jesuit priest, became the dean of Harvard, and everything was, you had to look at everything on both sides. I always felt it was therefore worthless.
All right, we got the bell coming up in about 50 seconds. Just want to shout out Jake here. Jake is a welder and is saying he's getting a 6.5% wage raise this year versus a normal 3%. Wow. Yeah, congratulations. That's amazing. They don't want to lose you.
Maybe that's kind of like his Apple.
Well, then you can go to the Jeffries report, and that'll give you a better idea.
Yes, Jeffries, which we didn't even mention in terms of compensation.
Yes, that's a whole separate story for Jeffries, matching Goldman Sachs and the compensation of early associates.
All right, here comes the open.
First-year associate.
I'll pull up Robinhood and AMC to see the open.
To start, they were at 85. It's basically more than most firms for juniors.
Interesting. I also feel that,
And not mandating everybody come back to the
that's what
office
I was
5
going to
days
say.
a week.
Not.
It's the opening bell. And the CNBC Real-Time Exchange at the big board today at Hilton Grand Vacations, celebrating the acquisition of Diamond Resorts International at the NASDAQ. It is Home Street.
Both running a bit. AMC, Robinhood might be turning slightly red here, but AMC up. Let's see. This is a mostly red chart here at the S&P heat map. All right, let's go ahead and pull over here. Take a look at this. Looks like AMC just got a little bit of a pop. Hood's dancing. Yeah, Hood's dancing a little bit in this first minute here. But AMC had a nice little pop here. It almost ran to $33, but it's getting pushed down right now. Let's see how those crypto stocks are moving too. Tesla up 1.95% now, maybe after the CNBC push here. SoFi, nice move there on SoFi, 17.13%. Tesla back down to 1.5. It's pretty volatile then here. Yeah, look at the dancing that you're getting here. It's interesting. Okay, what about the miners? Hut 8 mining only up about 9% now, down from the higher euphoria that we had a little bit ago. Cardano at 147. Nice. Coinbase up 5%. Oh, look at Coinbase move. Finally, Coinbase is getting a little bit of love. Finally. That's very, very good. Best thing that could happen is crypto just rallies before Coinbase reports. On the other hand, we've got Robinhood rotating to the downside right at the open here. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Voyager win down 3%. I was at the win yesterday. In fact, you would be happy to know that I have some wins here. These are winnings. Thank you very much, Win. From yesterday. I won't talk about Saturday. Win got me on Saturday, but I got him back yesterday. It was good. But anyway, yeah, Win's a fun place. You know, I was actually really surprised. We were talking about Win's market cap, and we're trying to understand how much do we think if somebody wanted to buy the Win building and the Encore building in Vegas, and then whatever online and Macau, gambling or whatever they do, what do we think it'd be worth? Golly, I have to say, I didn't know the market cap at the time. I also don't invest in Win right now, but I thought the brand would have easily been worth 15, 20 billion or something like that. Right now, it's only trading with a market cap that values it around 10.5. Let me see here. Let's go. Just type in Win stock in Google, and you can always see market cap. Maybe not always, but mostly. Okay, 11 is what it shows right now. But anyway, for a small $11 billion, you could own those towers. So, all right. Here come the cryptos back. Hut 8 coming back with that 10.64. It makes sense. Robinhood holds on to that 5% here. Coinbase is really what's moving too. Coinbase is trying to move up to the other ones. Yeah. This is, I guess, going to be a Coinbase rally here. I like this. Ooh. What do I play? Blackjack. I'm not super good at it, but I try. And roulette, I really love. Roulette's probably my favorite. Yeah, that was really fun. Anyway, the roulette table was always good to me. Or I guess you should say the wheel, really. But I was thinking about saying the craps table. But no, craps is really good at making you lose all your money. I rolled 3 7s in a row on craps. Now, it was, the starting roll, which was good twice. But yeah, anyway. Okay, so where else? See, United. Looks like recovery is moving down a bit. This makes sense. United Airlines down 267. Ashford, Norwegian. I think this is unfortunately going to get worse, driven down by more FUD. This is why I think crypto, cash, and real estate right now. Like, I don't know that we're going to just rotate into like what we did last time. Like, just going to go all into, Zoom, right? I don't know about that. Speaking of which, Zoom, it looks like, that's Zoom info. Never mind. It's a different Zoom. I just saw a headline come through. Okay, yeah, never mind. All right. So let's look for some other headlines. I don't know. Let's try. Should we do Business Insider? Let's try Insider for a little bit. What's bleeding? Somebody says something's bleeding. Somebody says they took a $700 loss on coin. Whatever's in the past doesn't matter. Just forget about it. Learn from it and move on. See, this is the kind of crypto FUD. I'm sorry, not crypto FUD. The Delta FUD we're expecting more of. Which, remember, yesterday I talked about there's a difference between FUD and fake news, okay? You could have factual FUD, which I know sounds funny. But anyway, Fauci calls for vaccine mandates for teachers, even as the largest teachers union speaks out against it. So more things like this, I think, are going to drive recovery stocks down. Orthodox Jewish girls kicked off another flight to New York. What's wrong with Jewish girls on flights? Barred from boarding the Delta flight. I don't get it. A group of Orthodox Jews were barred from boarding, according to their rabbi. The 18 teenagers, religious sites, initially disallowed flying because of a dispute over COVID protocols. Like what? Like wearing a mask? Because I feel like that's the only thing. It doesn't actually say. I also don't know why this really matters for stocks. But yeah, okay. I'm just gonna pull off that. Anyway, moving on. So read the leak email that Google. Okay, that's just some. Yeah. Okay. No. Quentin Tarantino says he's never given mom penny after. Okay, let's see. I don't know, Business Insider. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that's not really business. I see a lot of business drama. Business drama is what we got here. Tesla news on masks. Yeah, requiring masks in their factories. I don't know that. Is that really like a reason for the stock to move? I think the stock's moving because of the Jeffries upgrade, not because of mask mandates. Vaccine mandates are spreading. Fear of the Delta may be more effective in promoting vaccinations. Yes, I would believe that. I think more people would get vaccinated if there's more fear. It is true, which makes you wonder, are they driving a fear narrative or is that conspiratorial? I don't know. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? This was Bloomberg's article. This was on AMC. Let's go back to, when I say Bloomberg's article, I mean Michael Bloomberg. Let's see. The man who lost $20 billion in 2 days is now lying low in Jersey. Yeah. That's what happens when you get over leveraged. I mean, I hate to oversimplify what happened to the guy. But anyway, let's take a brief moment here just to look at CNBC here. See if they got anything for us.
Be able to sell natural gas from L to LNG. Also very good. What do you got?
Guys, you talk about going from, bad to good. Taking a look, it's a small deal, but it's worth mentioning because it also sort of reflects since the pandemic, the moves that have happened. Tillman Fertitta comes on our air all the time.
What is DraftKings?
Yeah, what is the DraftKings deal to buy Golden Nugget Online Gaming?
Yep.
It's an all-stock transaction. Take a look
at that.
At the move. DraftKings, we had him on Friday. Didn't ask him, didn't tell us. Yeah, Jason. But you can see they've negotiated that transaction. As Jim said, it is all stock. We're talking 0.365 shares of DraftKings. But what's interesting here is, remember, Fertitta, of course, owned the Houston Rockets, owned Landry's, owned the Golden Nugget.
Hey, take a look. Robinhood and AMC both moving a little bit here. You've got AMC up about 3%. Robinhood's knocking on the door of 60 here. 33.73 on AMC. Coming up on earnings here. So you get a little bit of a move here. Even Upstart's moving a bit. Tesla's at 2%. Nice. Let's see here. Really interesting how many of these all are rallying. Let me see how Zoom's doing. Going into sort of this Delta fear. And yet, look, Zoom video's down. See, I think that's going to be too obvious. Going to these potentially overvalued stay-at-home plays as safety. I don't think that's the flight to safety. Robinhood, 7.86, very nice. Roblox back to 79.81, almost back to 80. Shift Technologies up a bit. Let's see what's losing right now. Wow. Yeah. Why? And Redfin again. Redfin's just like getting deleted here. But Trade Desk, wow. Why I wonder, 5.65. And they have earnings coming up as well. So Trade Desk dropping almost 5.5%. Red Robin dropping 4.8%. Dave & Buster's down 4.5%. Redfin's trading with the recovery plays. That's weird. That's really interesting. Now, it went down to $10 last March. But why is it trading with recoveries? Maybe they think like less people are going to go to showings again. And maybe we'll see lower transactions with Delta. That's the only thing I can guess. Oh, did Trade Desk have earnings pre-market? Okay, well, thank you for that. That could explain that. Yeah, I wonder if Redfin is just trading with the recoveries. Because think about it. What happened the first time around? We were in this state where less people wanted to move because it meant going into people's houses, and therefore potentially less people wanted to look for homes. Now, obviously, we know the real estate market did incredibly well, but I wonder if there's just a belief of transactions going down, and that's maybe why we're seeing Redfin trade with recovery stocks, which TripAdvisor, American Airlines, Carnival, Delta, all these guys down about 2.5% to 4% right now. So Trade Desk obviously must have missed. Let's see what else we have here. All right. Pulling up to the top. Oh, there we go. Weeble's being a little funny. Okay, so pulling up to the top, we have, let's see. Riot Blockchain now at 12.7. Wow. That doubled in the last 12 minutes. Hut 8 Mining still sitting at about 10%. Robinhood around 6. BTC is almost at 46,000 again. Well, it's kind of been sitting there, though, and trading sideways. All right, let's give Kramer a shot again here. Let's see what he's got for us. Bond report. All right, let's listen.
7, pretty much on the nose. We'll be right back.
Let's try here.
The Garcias are good at saving.
Both lined up on commercials again. No worries. Hood getting whacked, really? Tesla now 2.3%. AMC fell down a little bit, 2.28 again here. And Hood, no, Hood's still at 6%. So I don't know about getting whacked. All right, what else we have? Okay, so Democrats released budget enabling Biden's $3.5 trillion plan. I saw a little bit about this morning. The blueprint is expected to be voted on in the Senate as soon as the final, a smaller infrastructure package passes. Okay, well, I want to see what's in it, though. Broad array of new education, health, and climate programs, as well as extension to tax cuts for the middle class. Ooh. No full details yet. Okay. Be interesting to see how this goes. Yeah, stocks lower as investors fear Delta. Yeah, exactly. That's the FUD we were expecting to happen.
All-time high. It has come back a bit, but you're still looking at a lofty price for Microsoft. Yeah, I own a thin sliver of it. $289 is your price. Susan's been looking at some of the earnings that come out after the close of trading today. AMC.
Yeah, so we'll see how the Apes Brigade and the rest of Wall Street bets does with AMC theaters. Big one tonight. Blockbusters are back on the big screen, as you know. All U.S. theaters are back open. Still, though, you're down 50% from June highs. But the stock, here's the trading pattern. The stock has usually rallied in trading sessions that followed each of its last 6 earnings reports. On average, you're up about 7%, but it's only posted profit once in those quarters. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I believe that. I will believe that. Hertz. Are they in the news today?
Yeah, so they're going to report earnings. It's interesting. First time back from bankruptcy in Chapter 11, right? So I would say this is a reopening trade and maybe some value here. Also, Smile Direct Club.
I was just going to say Uber really hurt the car rental companies way back. Not recently, but way back.
Well, given that most of their rentals come from the business side and the corporates, I don't know if necessarily Uber hurt their business. It's probably the COVID.
I don't know about. I think Uber business people can take Ubers.
But what about Smile Direct Club? How much are we taking care of our appearance? By the way, the stock is down 50%, 42% this year.
That's the bright smile people, right?
Yes.
Make your teeth white.
It makes you look good. Yes.
Make you look good. I must try that. All right. Look who is here now to talk about AMC. There he is, Jeff Seeker. All right, Jeff, welcome back. Good to see you again. Now, I know you say that AMC is going to be a kind of a day of reckoning for them, but let me just point this out to you. So this is what
day of reckoning. I don't know about that.
Weekends, AMC's box office take is only 60%, or is down 60% from where it was in 2019. So in other words, AMC has not come back anywhere near to where they were 2 years ago. Day of reckoning?
Yeah, because here's, Stuart, what you have to know about AMC. First and foremost, prior to AMC becoming a meme stock, this stock had a market cap of around $216 million. It now has a market cap above $16.5 billion. And what people really have to realize when it comes to the stock performance, they have to realize that AMC primarily has been carrying this massive debt load, which is beyond $5 billion. Now, Stuart, let me give you a perspective on that. Their debt service alone on that $5 billion is over $600 million. So this company, at the height of when people were going to movies, this company didn't have nearly the debt load, didn't have nearly the market cap, and has struggled since then to find to find some traction. And honestly, they owe the Reddit people and Wall Street Bets a tremendous debt of gratitude, because without them, they would be probably a $200 million market cap company struggling to survive as people switch over to streaming.
Yeah, day of rattling at 4 o'clock Eastern this afternoon, I think. All right, Jeff, what about this
right,
Thursday?
Let's see where that goes. All right, so I was surprised. I thought he was going to say something a lot more bad. that was just sort of observational, so I'll take it. Look at this. We've got more of a sell-off here in recovery right now. You've got Wynn Resorts down 4.5%. Red Robin down 4%. Dave & Buster's down 4%. Norwegian's almost down 4%. United heading down. I mean, this is so directly correlated with cases. Still don't know why Redfin fell the way it did. I might do a little research on that one because it seems odd that it's trading with the recoveries, but I'll find out. Cheesecake 2%. Simon Property Group's only down about 1.56 at 133. That's not bad. It's still pretty incredible pricing. Nordstrom, Macy's, these guys down about 1.4%. Macy's usually does the best out of the recoveries, although it hasn't sold off as much, so it makes you wonder if it's going to have less of a potential recovery when that time comes. But anyway, Robinhood up 7.25, Coinbase 5.63. Nice. We go to AMC here. Let's see what we got. No. I'm trying to find you here. So AMC, unfortunately, only up about 0.63. AMD down 0.8 here. All right, let's go see what other headlines we have. So we looked at The Economist. We did Business Insider. Let's try the Journal. Oh, Disney reports. This week. That'll be fun. Delta variant spreads. Florida hospitals race to find open beds. Yikes. Delta variant has pushed Florida's COVID hospitalizations to records. Hospitals beyond capacity, leaving patients to wait in emergency rooms in a potentially dangerous limbo. Yikes. Schools open to mass confusion. All right, what else do we have here? Redistricting. Russia's new fighter jet. Ooh. Let's see. It's like Lockheed Martin and Boeing competition here. Trend of COVID cases. Okay, so we've seen a lot of these headlines. Okay. Let's go to the Times for a moment. Yeah, hospital capacity could equal lockdowns. This is true. This is true. Yeah. Well, I mean, in fairness, there are no, like, if people are having private parties in most areas, there are no mask mandates right now, right? Like, it's one thing if Gavin Newsom goes to a restaurant in the middle of COVID lockdowns where masks are required and restaurants are closed, and he's at a restaurant without a mask in a restaurant that's open for him and his lobbyists. That's a double standard, right? And I disagree with that. But wherever Obama was partying, there may not have been a mask mandate. And, if people are vaccinated in an area where there were no mask mandates. I mean, look, last weekend I was in New York. All the comedy clubs, there were no mask mandates last weekend. That's not a double standard. There just weren't any mandates, right? So, I don't think you could say that's a double standard. I believe we should require proof of vaccination to go into public places. I'm a big fan of personal choice and education. I certainly don't think the government should ever require any kind of mandate until you have full FDA approval. But even then, I'm a big personal belief fan. Obviously, I do know that there are mandates for other vaccines. So, but golly, at the very least, get that full approval first. Yeah, but I think when that full approval comes, I'm confident most people will probably end up getting the vaccine. So we'll see. All right. U.S. response sends clear message to Afghanistan. You're on your own. Yeah, Taliban's going to slip into that power vacuum is at least the fear. So we'll see what happens there. All right. let's go ahead. Go back to the sticks here. Yeah, it was in New York. You got to follow me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram yet, I don't know what you're doing. Because yesterday on Instagram, actually, you'll still see it. But you could see me driving an armored personnel carrier, like a tank-esque. I'm shooting a minigun, shooting an M4 with a grenade launcher. There's some fun things on there. See some pictures. Yeah. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't yet. Meet Kevin on Instagram. Go look at my story. The story of the last 24 hours is pretty fun. All right. So what else here? Wow, workhorse now down 5%. And it looks like we still have a falling here on recoveries. Dave & Buster's now down to 32. I'm just watching these recoveries because I'm really, personally, I'm looking for the perfect opportunity to kind of jump in and buy the dip. Yeah, thank you, Ron, for looking that up. Obama's birthday party was outdoors. Exactly, no mask mandates. Yeah, I think the Obama thing's overblown. And you all know I am fully willing to make fun of the left, and I'm fully willing to make fun of the right. But you're always going to get, in my opinion, what I believe is the Kevin reason. And by the Kevin reason, I don't mean the Kevin excuse. I mean the Kevin rationale. You always got to clarify these things. But anyway, yeah, United dipping nicely here, now down 4.33%. Let me zoom out on the day chart here. Let's see here. All right. So, I don't really understand, Noah, what your comment is. I don't know how somebody saying they're okay with people being unmasked outside means they're not in favor of lockdowns. Like, I don't really I think that's a false dichotomy here. But anyway, that I know you're responding to somebody else and not me. I'm just making that observation. I don't think that's you could put those two things together. But anyway, yeah, take a look at this here. So we've got June. You had a nice pop here in June, really before Delta. $60 for United Airlines. Went up to 63 in March. Look at that. And now you're at 46. So you've lost about 25%. Not leaving Las Vegas gave you a big shout out last night on his live stream. Talked about how you were great. Aw. Well, thank you, Terry, for paying $20 to tell me that. Seriously, thank you. I will take a look at that. Not leaving Las Vegas. I'll check that out. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's also worth mentioning that masks, some masks do work and some masks do not work. The little Etsy ones and the face coverings, I don't think they work very well. But I think N95s, properly fitted KN95s, I know they're the Chinese equivalent, but as long as they're fitted correctly, I think they can do very well. Right? I think these are very good for preventing COVID transmission. Just need better education around that. And I mean, like the CDC right now is still encouraging people not to wear N95s, which is so dumb. So dumb. Everybody should have N95s if they wanted like superior protection for themselves. Obviously, if you wanted like guaranteed protection and you didn't want to take the vaccine and you wanted like, I shouldn't say guaranteed protection because you can't make that guarantee, but very, very, very good protection. Better than N95s. Well, you could always get yourself P100. I bet you those are, let's see if they're available on Amazon right now. Let's try this. Yes, if it's fitted, correct. All right, let's see here. P100. Let's see if you get a P100 right now. We have these. These are decent. These are a little harder to do a fit test on, though. These are a little easier to do a fit test on. Look at that. You can get a bunch of them now. Yeah, here you go. P100. Perfect. Now, keep in mind, you're supposed to wear a mask over this because this is the exhale valve, right? So I know it's a little funny. But if somebody was really like wanting to protect themselves, And remember, this is not medical advice, because not everybody should wear these either, right? Because they're strenuous to wear. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you get these with the proper filters. The particulate filters would work. Yep, here we go. Particulate filter. These are deemed to be like 99.9% effective. It's pretty incredible. That's kind of like having a HEPA filter on your face. I wear goggles and N95 when I go indoors, protecting my eyeballs too. I'm a biochemist. Yeah, that's I heard that COVID can you can contract COVID through the, what is it, the mucous membrane or something in your eyes? I don't know. We get back to stocks. I don't know enough about this. All right. Yeah, I do not think that wearing a mask all the time will lower your immune system. I've never heard that, and I don't know if I would ever even say that is potentially factual. I mean, a lot of people wear masks, like in Europe and in Asia, simply because of the smog, right? And I'd rather have clean air than smog. So I, like yesterday when we were driving the APCs, anytime a big like cloud of sand would come, I had an N95 and some other people had masks too, and N95s. And so we put it on. It was great. It's like a convenient filter. I like that. All right. So what else do we have here? Hut 8 mining's falling a little bit. I wonder why. Is BTC falling? Let's see what's going on. Let's see here. Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin's falling a little bit. That's interesting. Wonder why. Let's go to the 5-min here. Yeah, Bitcoin at 45.4. It's almost like you had a whale sell or something. But then again, remember, this is very heavily traded, particularly by institutional traders. So the fluctuations are pretty typical. But that could give you an opportunity to get in on some of the other crypto stocks. All right, Ashford Hospitality rotating down more. Red Robin rotating down more. Dave & Buster's Delta, these guys pretty stable right now. Cheesecake, 2%. All right, let's see here. Where's AMC? And we've got 23andMe. Wow, 23andMe up 7.35% today. Why? Let's find out. 23andMe. Not solely, Ron. Masks can all, and I think this is why, like, look, what you're saying is true. Like, if somebody has a cough, it'd be good for them to wear a mask, right? To be generous and help others. But honestly, I think that's one of the downsides that medical experts promoted. If medical experts promoted proper masking as a benefit to yourself, I honestly think more people would have used masks. That sounds really selfish, but I believe that. It's like, hey, if you wear this N95, like, you're 90% protected against COVID, especially if there's no exhale valve. I think more people would have worn masks, right? And an N95 without a valve would help you, prevent you from spraying stuff too, but it would also protect you. I don't know. That's just what bugs me about how the government handled this. I think the government really screwed up on the education side of things. So which of the charger plays do you like? Well, I don't really see Plug as a charger play. Isn't Plug, or am I thinking of a different one? Hold on. What am I thinking about Plug? Is it Plug? Plug Power? Plug Power. Plug Power. Why can't I remember? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Plug was hydrogen. Even though I feel like that makes it seem like they're chargers. Yeah, Plug has the Renault partnership. Let me see here. Plug Power Renault. Yeah. Renault Group and Plug Power's joint venture. Right. Yeah, Plug's not a charger. I think EVgo is a little overpriced. ChargePoint's not bad. ChargePoint and Blink. Is it Blink? Or what is it? Is it Blink? Because there's one that I don't like. Blink charger. Let me see it. Yeah, it is Blink. Okay, Blink and ChargePoint. Those are the big ones right now. What's the one? They've got one. They have like the portable EV chargers with solar panels. I don't like that company. Anyway, sorry. There's your answer. All right, we got to run over to the course member live stream here soon. I do sometimes use the EMA. Sometimes I do. Usually I don't always have it on. But is GME moving, says someone. Okay, let's take a look here. GME, Tesla, let's take a peek. Remember, folks, if you want to be part of the course member live streams, always consider checking out the courses linked down below. Use 40% off on any of the programs. Over time, I add content to the courses. Price goes up over time. Last few months, stocks and psychology money, for example, went up about $150. But anyway, look at that nice bounce here. I mean, this is a pretty old line that I have. I'm actually going to strengthen this now because we did get a bounce off that 142 line. Almost fell down to about 145. Now running a little bit, running up 4.2 right now. Hey, 420 on GME. And let's go to AMC. AMC 1.68. NEO's almost back to 45. And Tesla. There we go, 2.23 on Tesla. Let's see Tesla have a nice day here. EXPI, $50, folks. Nice. Thanks, Jessica, for saying that about the courses. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. I meant to say blink instead of plug. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yes. All right. Copy Kevin's lines, everyone. They're 99.9% correct. That's like a HEPA filter. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Yeah, there's some things here I'm just not going to read out loud. If you're going to make a COVID claim, maybe paste an article link so I can fact check, because some of the stuff is like, if you can make a claim about how you survived COVID yourself, or how you didn't get COVID because, you know, you did jumping jacks 5 times a day or whatever. Like that, unfortunately, isn't science. So I'm not gonna speak that. And while I'm happy for you and I wish the best for you and your family, it's not something I'm gonna read out. Okay, sorry. Anyway, and I was making that up. Like nobody said that. I'm just saying. All right. The call option goes in the money and they sell it. Well, if you get rid of a call option, again, someone else. No, if you don't have a contract anymore, you don't have a contract anymore. So I wouldn't be worried about it. But I don't know if you're asking the question exactly right, so I don't want to give you a guaranteed answer. All right. So Hut 8 mining still sitting around that 10% here. We've got, let's look, where'd Robinhood go? I think Hood kind of sold off again here. Let's take a look at Hood. Yeah, Hood down to only about 3% up right now. Was up as high as 7%. Wind Resorts 4.8. Yeah, most of the recovery stocks falling. Slight, maybe hit a bottom here. Las Vegas Sands down another 3%. Cheesecake. All right, what's CNBC got for us?
Senior portfolio manager at Alliance Bernstein. Morning, guys. Good to see you both. Bob, it's good to see you again, especially it's been a while.
No, they don't have anything for us. Palantir finally moving up 3.6%. Love hearing this. Very good. Oh, look at this nice move on Palantir. Very, very nice on Palantir. That's very cool. No, I like seeing that. How many companies? Lots of metaverse chatter. Oh, dear. Okay. Are you worried about monetization for anybody? Me? No. I am not. Workhorse is back. Oh, I didn't know about that. Really? It was falling this morning. So let's see here. I mean, I hope. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's under $10 right now. All right, folks. I got to go to the course member live stream. We're gonna do the course member live stream a little bit earlier today, so I'm gonna go make another cup of coffee, and we'll start it. And folks, I will see you soon. Thank you very much for being here. Use that 40% off coupon code link down below. And folks, we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.